Hello guys and welcome to Bodysthenics. I'm Johnny, Bodysthenics coach. Today we're gonna take you through 4 common mistakes calisthenics athletes do that prevent you from progressing. Let's go!
You can do this through Bodysthenics. Bodysthenics. You can do this through Bodysthenics.
Over our combined 10 years of experience in calisthenics, we have seen many athletes continue to make common mistakes in their training and overall approach to calisthenics. We ourselves have also experienced many of these common mistakes, which we are going to outline, but we have come to the realization of how important it is to correct them. In today's tutorial, we're going to touch on 4 common mistakes which can potentially be holding you back and preventing you from progressing both mentally and physically. Although calisthenics involves training with your body weight, we know from experience that it is also a mentally empowering sport. This means that our perception and how we approach training in our mind contributes in a major way in the outcome of our results as calisthenics athletes. So without further ado, let's dive right into the first common mistake.
The first common mistake is not pushing yourself. You can have the best coach and the best training partner with the best plan. But if you yourself do not consciously try to push yourself bit by bit each training, then no one is going to do it for you. And this is the beauty about pushing ourselves, because in the end, only we are capable in altering our mindset to go that extra step forward. We all know from our own training experience that we each have a set perception and outlook on our own training. For example, you may already know that you can do 10 pull-ups before you begin your session. So in this case, challenging yourself to do 12 reps before you begin your training is a simple example of you pushing yourself both on a mental and physical level. The same applies for when you are trying to achieve a certain skill. Let's use the handstand as an example. Let's assume that you want to increase your holding time and shoulder strength for handstand skills. In this case, you would not be pushing yourself if all you did was random handstand attempts along with some random handstand pressing exercises. However, if you approach training the handstand with a different mindset, only this way will you be able to exceed your own boundaries. You would need to tackle the handstand from all angles, beginning with the balance exercises, then moving on to the bent arm exercises, and finishing off with your choice of strengthening exercises, whilst at the same time trying to increase your reps, your sets, and your holding times each time you train.
Bodysthenics.
The second common mistake is rushing through exercises. According to our experience, most calisthenics athletes rush through exercises more often than not. We believe that traditional weight training in the gyms and the whole concept of pumping it out has stigmatized the minds of many calisthenics athletes who have carried this philosophy and applied it into the calisthenics training. However, just like with weight training, it's vital that you must learn how to control the weight first with slow eccentrics and increase time under tension before you begin any type of explosive movements, or as they say, pumping it out. It's important to increase our quality of execution before we attempt to increase our quantity of reps and sets. Let's take the push-up as an example. Let's start off with the beginners. If you cannot yet perform a full bodyweight push-up, then it's vital that your modified push-up training is performed firstly with quality form, and secondly, you must try to increase your reps without sacrificing that quality form. The same applies for intermediate athletes. If your goal is to increase your full position push-up reps, then in this case you would have to perform quality reps with various executions, such as pause reps,
Bodysthenics.
and other variations of push-ups such as diamond push-ups, switch grip, wide push-ups, and tricep extensions for push conditioning. And the same applies for an advanced athlete with a goal of achieving advanced push-up variations such as Superman push-ups or even Aztec push-ups. One common ground that every level athlete has is that in order to move on to next level progressions, we must ensure that you are able to maintain the utmost quality in basics. So that means no hip sinking or piking and definitely no elbow flaring in push-ups. If at any time you're forced to engage in these technical errors, this is an indication that you're rushing.
The third common mistake is not having a plan. This third common mistake is equally as crucial to the first two. The majority of calisthenics athletes nowadays, in fact, train randomly. This means that they approach training with no goal in mind and do not have the slightest idea in what outcome they wish to have from their session. Reality is that most of us began this way. However, not many great athletes have come into existence by continuing to apply these random philosophies into their training. If you want to achieve elite status in calisthenics, at some point in time in your career, you must have a plan. With calisthenics specifically, having a plan could involve training reps on one day, straight arm exercises the next day, skills and balance exercises in the following day, and rest and recovery on the final day. You could also mix your training up with push and pull variations,
Bodysthenics.
statics and reps, skills and combinations, and active recovery days, which involve stretching and cardio. The decision on which training method is right for you is entirely subjective to your goals, your dedication to training, your recovery, as well as your sleep quality and nutrition. This is why it's important to seek guidance by investing in yourself in either a course or a coach.
The final common mistake is technique and form. Ultimately, technique and form are the most crucial components to a well-rounded calisthenics athlete. The quality of your form and execution of exercises essentially defines your status as an athlete. Two simple ways with which you can immediately begin improving your technique and form are the following. Record your own workouts. Recording your workouts can be powerful long-term, as this is the only way you're able to assess your form and notice improvements in your technique over time. It's virtually impossible a lot of times to know if you're performing a certain exercise correctly if you do not record yourself performing. The second and most beneficial way is to have a coach or an athlete who is more advanced than you, guide you, coach you, and assess your performance. We at Bodysthenics have spent the last 5 years coaching athletes from all over the world, both live and online, and helping them improve the quality of their training by avoiding all these common mistakes we have outlined in today's tutorial. Calisthenics is a complex sport, and the passion which we develop for calisthenics during our training can become overwhelming.
So this is why we have developed the world's first ever online calisthenics training portal, through which you are now able to take your strength and skills to the next level. Once you sign up, you will immediately have the chance to meet us personally through a video call to discuss and plan your goals together. You will then have access to your own customized workouts ready to view with clickable and tappable video exercises, displaying the correct form and execution of each exercise at the beginning of each training session you perform with us. All you need to do is record your own videos and send them back to us to receive analytical corrections and detailed feedback. It's important that you do this every training session in order to improve your form and execution immediately. To get started today, send a direct message to management on Instagram, and we will be thrilled to have you on board and welcome you to the Bodysthenics online global family.
If you guys found value, then be sure to subscribe and also hit that bell icon for notifications. We upload a new tutorial every Wednesday and Saturday at 3 p.m. European Eastern Summer Time. Before clicking out of this video, be sure to get your own wrist straps at bodysthenics.com. And to join our global family of athletes who are improving on a daily basis, send a direct message to management on Instagram today to join the first ever online calisthenics training portal.
Bodysthenics. You can do this through Bodysthenics. Bodysthenics.